Namaste everyone. As usual, we will begin with 3 Oms. And before we do that, we can establish the group consciousness by thinking of everyone who is here within yourself. And then take a slow, deep breath in. Our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and people like me who lead this session do not take responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. So please exercise caution in whatever you do. The rule of yoga is there can be no strain whatsoever in what you do. And keeping that in mind, a good way to ensure that is always make sure that your mind is calm and your breath is slow and smooth if you're doing anything physical or a breathing practice. Now today, of course, we are doing our largely pranayama and meditation session, except that we begin with the chakra vibration first, and then we have the extra half hour in the end for any discussion, questions, etc. Okay, so now let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. As you squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger with the thumb, we begin with LUM. Take a deep breath. LUM. Release the fingers, continue. LUM. LUM. Last time. Lum. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As you draw in there, we do the sound VUM, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. VUM. VUM. Last time. Release the fingers. Last time. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. As we draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. Ram. Release the fingers. Continue. Ram. 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 Now bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yum.
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 Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Yum.
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 Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Last time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat. Here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. 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 Release the hands. Continue. Last time. One more time. One last time. Middle of the head, we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hands. Continue. Last time. Top of the middle of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Now we can begin the Ujjayi breath, the Ujjayi pranayama. And those of you who know how to do it, you can proceed. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that meets at the neck. Focusing there, make a big smile with the cheeks coming out, and you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Keeping your lips firmly closed, inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. And as you inhale and exhale, feel a mild rubbing sensation of the air right in the bottommost part of the mouth. As you continue, people who are in the attendee list, I'm going to send you an invite. If you want to join the panelists, you're welcome to do so. And a reminder for everyone, today being Sunday, we have half hour of extra time end when we can discuss anything you wish. We will be doing about half hour of this Ujjayi today with different visualizations. If anybody wants to do any physical shoulder rotations or anything, you can feel free to do it on your own. As you continue with your Ujjayi, observe to make sure that it has become slow and long. As you're focused with your eyes closed and doing, how slow it has become. If you just open your eyes for a moment, I'll show with the movement of my hand up as I inhale and down as I exhale. Continue. And as you continue the slow Ujjayi, visualize it as moving from the perineum to the middle of the body, to the head or slightly above the head, and as you exhale, coming down towards the perineum. Continue the Ujjayi. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, mentally visualize as you inhale, begin from the lowermost part of the sternum towards the front of the body. And as you inhale, feel the awareness rise up right to the top of the forehead, right at the hairline. and as you exhale, come down. Do this for about 20 breaths, or maybe a little more if you need to. But once you find it is flowing very smoothly and comfortable, then change the breath as you inhale in Ujjayi. Take it all the way through the front part of the body, all the way to the going over the forehead to the middle of the head. And as you exhale, come down the middle of the body towards the perineum. So begin first from the lowermost part of the sternum to the top of the forehead, and then extend it after that.
Doctor,
Yeah?
did you say exhale down the chakras or down the spine?
When you're inhaling up to the top of the forehead, you come down the same way in which you went up as you exhale. But once you extend it beyond the top of the forehead to the middle of the top of the head, you exhale down the chakras all the way down to the perineum. Now, as you continue the Ujjayi, the visualization you can do can be as you inhale, come from the feet all the way going through the body, all the way out of the top of the head. And as you exhale, going down all the way down to the feet and maybe an inch below the feet. Visualize it as up and down that way. Now, as you continue the Ujjayi, visualize the inhalation rise from the tailbone and inhale along the spine all the way to the back of the head. And as you exhale, come down all the way down to the spine. Continue. Now, let's visualize ourselves as we continue the Ujjayi being in a very giant cylinder that's like on both our sides, it's another 3-4 feet, maybe a total of 10 feet in diameter around us. And it is more than 200 feet tall, 100 feet above and 100 feet below. And visualize as you inhale, you're bringing the awareness from all the way down to going 100 feet above the head. And as you exhale and come down, visualize you're drawing whatever is the spiritual intent for which you have come into this body from high above. And as you exhale and it goes into the earth, visualize all unwanted stuff is going all the way below down, right into the earth. And when you inhale up from the earth, visualize whatever is needed to fulfill the health of this body is coming to you in sync with the spiritual purpose. So with that visualization, go up and down that way with Ujjayi.
Rajan? Is it through middle of the body?
Yeah, actually, if you think of yourself as being in a cylinder, you're covering the whole cylinder, not only middle, even a few feet around you.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Thank you.
Now we can go on to a few minutes of Kapalbhati. That was about 2 minutes. So now let's do 3 Brahmaris. Take a deep breath in. Now, let's do 5 breaths of Bahya Kumbhaka. So you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you pull up the pelvic floor and take the abdominal area in, fully exhale out of the chest and bring the chin down and hold out the breath as long as is comfortable. Usually the first breath you can hold for maybe 5 seconds or so, and as you continue doing, by the time you reach the 5th breath, you'll be able to hold out longer. Each person it varies. Some people 10 seconds, some people 20 seconds, some people 1 minute, etc. So according to your capacity. So take a deep breath in. Once you have completed the Bahya Kumbhaks, do 1 Brahmari. Now we are ready for our 3 rounds of Bhastrika. So today when we do Bhastrika, remember, after we finish 20 breaths, we will not do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Instead, we will take a deep breath in, bring the chin down and hold the breath as long as you can, And when you while you're holding, observe your palms to see whether you feel any sensation. And when you're ready to exhale, close the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. So you will find after each round, the sensation will increase. Maybe many of you won't find anything in the first round, but it will come as we go later. So let's get ready. Exit. Inhale. Exit. 2. Exit. 3. Exit. 4. Exit. 5. Exit. 6. Exit. 7. Exit. 8. Exit. 9. Exit. 10. Exit. 11. Exit. 12. Exit. 30. Exit. 40. Exit. 50. Exit. 60. Exit. 70. Exit. 80. Exit. 90. Exit. 20. Exit. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. I forgot, I went into Ujjayi Kumbhaka, we should have done this, yeah. Sorry.
But we all did what he had told us before.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, let's continue to the second round. Exit. Inhale. Exit. 2. Exit. 3. Exit. 4. Exit. 5. Exit. 6. exit, 7, exit, 8, exit, 9, exit, 10, exit, 11, exit, 12, exit, 13, exit, 14, exit, 15, exit, 16, exit, 17, exit, 18, exit, 19, exit, 20, exit, 'Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and bring the chin down to the chest. Open the palms and feel how you feel there. Let's get ready for the third round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, chin down, and observe the palms.
Dr. Rajan, what is the
Yes.
significance of a funny sensation in both the palms? We definitely get something.
When you invoke your Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati, you will feel it in your palms.
Yes, we feel it very much.
That is why. Okay. So now, let me ask: is there anybody who didn't feel any sensation in the palms? Okay. So pretty much okay. Some of you felt it lightly. So you can bring your hands together, gently rub it, and move your hands together. Now, is there anyone who cannot feel anything in their palms? Okay. So Aruna Katuria cannot feel anything, right? Okay. Let's do one more round of Bastrika and let's see whether that changes. So let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Aruna, you will be able to feel something when you inhale and exhale change in the palm. Observe that. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath in, hold the breath, chin down, and observe the palms. So Aruna Katuria, you should be able to feel at least some throb over there, even if not vibration in the palms.
Yeah, I feel a little bit. Something is there.
Yes.
Right. I don't really feel sensation but I feel something.
That's right. That is good enough. Okay. So now,
I think we feel it if we stretch the fists and then make a fist.
well, each of you figure out whatever for you. Now, get ready for meditation. Close your eyes. Keep your both your palms together open in front of you, even though your eyes are closed. Just feel how it feels in your palm. And now mentally ask for the spirit that takes your awareness beyond the body to come into your palms. In the Hindu tradition, we call that as Gayatri. Ask Gayatri to come into your palms. Feel a slight vibration, something changing there. And mentally take the palms inward towards your body and take Gayatri within you. And observe if you feel any change within your psychosomatic being, in your body, whether something feels different, your mind feels something different. Open the palms again and mentally ask the spirit that takes you beyond the three-dimensional world governed by the light of the sun, beyond the light. So mentally ask that being we call as Savitri to come into your palms. Take the palms right into you and see whether you feel a difference in your psychosomatic being, something changing within you. Now again, open the palms once again and ask for that spirit that takes you into the highest level of wisdom, which is beyond the spiritual world. So that we call as Saraswati. Take it into you with the palms inward, and again observe whether you feel a slight change in your psychosomatic being. Now, mentally affirm to yourself, given that who we are within this physical, spiritual world and even beyond, within this existence that we live in, may we be able to imbibe that wisdom from the highest source, and from that, may we be able to fulfill the purpose for which we have come into this world. We should mentally affirm to yourself. And if you want to, of course, recite mentally the Gayatri mantra with the meaning, you are free to do so. But the meaning is more important. Many of you here may know the Gayatri mantra, which, of course, if you know that, I'm going to give you a little extension over here. You would normally go Om Bhurbhuvasvaha, Om Tatsavitur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Now, we'll add an extension into that, and that extension we will call it as Paro Rajasi Savato. So what happens is, to go beyond the spiritual world to understand the source of Om, that is where the ultimate wisdom lies. So, Om Bhurbhaswa, Om Tatsaviturvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, Paro Rajasi Savatom. As you continue the affirmation in your mind, I will have Om playing in very low volume in the background. Become aware of your breath. And mentally thank the spirits who came to help you to increase your meditative awareness. And you can let them go. Open the palms in front of you. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open your eyes, look into your palms. And then we complete the meditation. We have gone 5 minutes over. It's 7:05 Eastern Time. So and now we are open for any discussion, questions. So if anybody has anything, please unmute and speak up.
Thank you, Dr. Rajat.
You're
It was
welcome.
very good.
Any questions?
I
Yeah.
have a question,
Rajan?
Dr. Rajan.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know what is the effect of Kapalbhati on blood pressure. Similarly, whether Vahya Kumbhak and this Brahmaris, do they have any effect on blood pressure?
Okay. See, all of these practices in general are considered neutral towards blood pressure. Okay? As long as there is no strain in what you're doing.
Okay.
You see, Kapalbhati is the best example because in Kapalbhati, you will see that different people do it different way. And when people are doing it huffing and puffing, their blood pressure goes up.
Nice.
Whereas when they do it in a gentle manner as we do it, there is no impact on the blood pressure.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay? And in the case of Brahmari, in the case of Bahya Kumbhaka, there again it is important that you do it gently, not with too much compression. And in the case of Brahmari, it is slightly different. In the case of Brahmari, it can actually help to reduce the blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So the Kapalbhati and the Bahya Kumbhaka done without strain are neutral, no impact. Whereas on the other hand, Brahmari can have a positive impact in reducing blood pressure, but it's a very marginal impact,
Okay.
right?
Right.
The key elements for blood pressure, the whole system of control in blood pressure comes from 2 or 3 different things for an aging population. As people age, because of the atherosclerosis and the occlusion of the blood vessels, particularly the carotid arteries, right? So what happens is that tends to increase the blood pressure. Now, first we have to ask the question, why it is blood pressure increases in your body, right?
Mhm.
We have had this discussion earlier, but I will repeat it again.
Mhm.
Blood pressure in your body goes up because the brain wants more blood flowing in there.
Mm.
Because the brain wants more oxygen and more glucose coming to feed its functionality. You're giving it more work to do, so it is increasing the blood pressure. So why does it need to do more work? Because when a person is stressed, that is one reason. And when a person is mentally stressed and you're focused on doing some things that involves a lot of attention, then in which case that focus results in the brain having to get more energy, more blood flow of glucose and oxygen. So that is the reason when you're doing anything active, automatically blood pressure increases. And that's why when they take your blood pressure, they always focus on taking your resting blood pressure.
Mm.
When you're calm and peaceful and resting, that's when we want to understand what is your normal resting blood pressure. When you're active, it will all automatically increase. Now, the thing is, for a person who is in the age of 30 to 60 or 30 to 50, people who are in that age group, when they are living a lifestyle where they are not having deep rest, like meditative practice, relaxation practice on a daily basis, then in which case what happens is, and if they are not sleeping well enough, their sleep needs to be full without waking up with alarm. People who are rushing to work. So for such people, over a period of a decade or two, they can develop high blood pressure with a bad lifestyle between the age of 30 and 50, right?
Yeah.
So then in which case that's a different matter, because there, if they are unwilling to change their lifestyle, they need to resort to medication. Otherwise, the negative side effects of high blood pressure are far too many. It not only has a potential for stroke, it can damage kidney, it can damage the blood vessels in your body, all of that. Along with that, cholesterol builds up, everything comes along with that. It's a bad idea. Now, as people start to age, and people who are in this group, largely people who are not actively in the workforce, you don't have to jump out of bed in the morning to rush somewhere. You're having a relaxed lifestyle. Why is it some of you may have high blood pressure? Well, the reason is not because of strain and stress in the body. It'll be more likely because the blood vessels in your, that is supplying, the main blood vessels supplying the blood to the brain, there over a previous, whatever life you led, it has lost its resilience, and there is plaque buildup that has come over there. So the flow is not smooth enough to the brain. So that is the reason the blood pressure will have a tendency to increase. So that is the reason the neck exercises we do are extremely important. And of course, what we also do is, because we do our deep breathing practices and our meditation practices, over a period of time, even if you have been on, blood pressure medications, you will find that the blood pressure is slowly coming down and you can get out of blood pressure medication. Actually, within our group, we have Devji, Mr. Dev Mahajan, and once he started doing his meditation, what he ended up requiring was to eliminate his blood pressure medications because his blood pressure was going too low. Now, in the case of my mother, who was on 100 milligrams of losartan potassium, we found there was no difference if she missed the medication or kept it. So what happened is, because once you're on it, we shouldn't suddenly take out the medication because it could result in any problem. We tested it, and bit by bit we reduced. And over a 6-month period, we completely eliminated the medication. And of course, also with the consent of the doctor, we didn't do it on our own. But what happens is, typically, this business of taking out the medication completely is considered a very rare territory within the field of medicine, the way doctors operate. But on the other hand, if you find you're able to hold your blood pressure does not change very much when you're taking resting blood pressure, whether you took the medication or not, then in which case that is the time for you to have a conversation with your doctor, and never ever to completely eliminate the medication, but to reduce the dosage a little bit at a time and to see whether the blood pressure stays low, in which case talking to your doctor you can consider reducing the dosage or eliminating it. And for people who are of this group, I recommend that if you are on blood pressure medication, look to see whether it's having an effect on you, talk to your doctor, and develop a plan to slowly reduce it.
My pressure has come down to 110.
What is that?
110. My pressure.
Uh-huh.
Nowadays.
You're talking of the systolic, the higher number is 110?
Higher number.
And what is the lower number?
Lower number is 76.
76. So the thing is basically, are you on blood pressure medication?
Yes.
Well, we are in a public forum over here, so I hesitate to ask too many questions. If you're comfortable about talking, what medication are you on?
Lisinopril,
How much?
40.
Okay. So the thing is basically, and any other blood pressure medication?
Amlodipine, 5 mg.
Okay. So lisinopril, amlodipine, and what else?
Then I take beta blocker.
What is that?
Beta blocker is
Metoprolol, bisoprolol, ethanol, what is it?
Capsperco.
Okay. So the thing is basically, from what you're telling me is, I don't know anything about your history. How long have you had high blood pressure and you came on all this medication?
I didn't come out of medications, but I have blood pressure for quite a long. For
Well, how long? 10 years, 20 years, 50 years?
15 years. For
15 years. Okay.
It's always 140.
Okay, I understand. I understand. So you have been on this medication for 15 years.
No,
You have
no.
had all these
No, no.
3 medications?
For medications, I was there for 4 years only.
Only in the last 4 years you have been on these 3 medications.
3 medications.
Before that you were on 1 or 2 medications.
Yeah. Before that, I didn't take medications, but my pressure was always high.
Okay.
Even after taking medication, my pressure was high. But recently, for the past 4 months, it went dramatically down. I don't know why.
Yeah. This is because you have been doing regular practice.
Yes.
So you become a calmer person. When your wife beats you up, you can keep a smile on your face. That is the way to be, right? So the thing is basically, the thing is, this is the time for you to make sure in a very responsible way between how you're feeling, the last medication that was added, and talking with your doctor. You need to find a regimen to slowly reduce the dosage of these medications.
That's the plan. Let's see. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And is there any connection between spine alignment and headache?
Absolutely. And by the way, spine alignment affects blood pressure too. If the spine element is not in good shape, then in which case, you see, from physiological perspective, there are 3 factors which impact the blood.
Rami, I couldn't pick up because I was doing yoga. So please give me a call. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So the thing is, as I was saying, we got that disturbance there that went away. The 3 factors. One is your what we call the baroreceptors that are there in the carotid area that are monitoring how much blood is flowing. So those receptors over here will send the signal, increase blood pressure if there is not enough going to the brain. The second one is what is called chemoreceptors. That is, if there is not the right amount of oxygen in your system, oxygen carbon dioxide balance in your system, if the oxygen goes too low, it will increase the blood pressure, because only with more blood going to the brain, there is enough oxygen available for the brain, right? The third physiological element is the nervous system. And if you're not sitting up erect, and if your spine is damaged or in bad shape, that can affect that. That is actually, from my experience of what I have seen, those are very rarer cases. Okay? Much rarer cases. But more often than not, it is the carotid and the not breathing well that is for most people. But yes, thank you for bringing that point up. Yes. So, Renuji, you have a question or
Yes.
a comment?
I do. When we first started to do the practice, we did breathing from sternum to the forehead.
Yes.
The next we did breathing within the chakras, vertical. And then we did along the spine.
Yes.
I'm sure there is a reason and there is some meaning to all of that. You'd be kind enough to explain it.
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. I'll explain it. But are there any other questions thought? Because this explanation will be a little long. Any quick questions? Comments? Okay. So, when we do the Ujjayi here, we do it in various parts. The first part we do is simply focusing on the throat and going. And because this is a group who have been very regular in your practice, after doing the chakra vibration, you'll feel a little bit of a hollowness along the middle of the body, along the chakra like a column. So as long as there is no resistance there, you begin to do visualization from the perineum to the middle of the head along the middle of the body. So what we are doing is, as we are doing this, we are you're moving. Now, what does the Ujjayi pranayam do, or any pranayam do when you do with visualization? Because pranayam is providing energy and communication in the body, right? So by doing that along the middle of the body, we are actually ensuring that the Samanavayu, which is the communication along the chakras, they are well energized and they are in good balance. Then when we get from the lower part of the sternum to the forehead, in fact, to the upper part of the forehead at the hairline, when we do that, what we end up doing is the lower part of the sternum is where we have our spiritual connection, our cosmic transmitter. So what we are doing is we are connecting our cosmic transmitter right to the corpus callosum to ensure that there is a balance in the two hemispheres of the brain. The left side and the right side, in other words, our creative brain and logical brain, or what we can think of is our external, whatever you have to deal with, our internal spiritual purpose of why we are here. Then after that, we do that, we go from the lowermost part of the sternum, the spiritual heart, all the way to the middle of the top of the head, and as we exhale, we go down the sternum. There, what we are doing is the lowermost part of the sternum connecting with our spiritual being, giving us the purpose of our life. The purpose of our life energizes our Sushumna Nadi, so that our Sushumna Nadi is well integrated with our spiritual purpose of life. By the way, when you do an alternate nostril breathing and you're balancing the two hemispheres of the brain, you're creating balance within the Sushumna Nadi, but not to the level that is integrated with your spiritual purpose. So here, when we inhale from the lowermost part of the sternum, going up to the middle of the head and coming down, we are balancing it at an even higher level. Then, of course, when we go along the spine from the tailbone to the back of the head, that is the place where we actually energize the remaining part of the central nervous system. From the tailbone to the brain, that part, which actually ensures that there is enough energy produced in the body to maintain the entire spiritual being. So what happens is, in order to have higher level of meditative experience, it is not only that we need our purpose of who we are being in sync with ourselves and all of that, but we also need high level of prana in order to be able to connect beyond and experience beyond. So that is why we do along the spine. And the last part which we do is we visualize ourselves in a big cylinder. And in other words, we are no longer visualizing ourselves only as the body, but also we are visualizing all the vibrations, the aura, everything that surrounds us as our being. And that being, as we inhale and exhale and visualize it going 100 feet above and 100 feet down, and we visualize as it goes down, unwanted stuff goes into the earth, and as we inhale, all the stuff that maintains the body to fulfill its spiritual purpose come to you, and as you inhale and go up far above, you're connecting into your divine source, and as you come down, you're bringing from there your spiritual purpose to fulfill. We are integrating all of that together. So that becomes the highest level of purification that comes in the nadis. And that high level of purification enables us to go deeper into meditation. In fact, what it is after doing that, Kapalbhati, Bahya Kumbhak, Bhramari is not really needed. Okay? But on the other hand, what happens is, this level of connection we have, Kapalbhati is considered a cleanser in the system. So if there is any phlegm or anything in the system that needs to be cleared out, a minute or two really takes care of it. And Bhramari once again restores the balance in the system, where the Kapalbhati went into a more physical domain. So when you do Bhramari, it balances the spiritual system. And the same thing with Bahya Kumbhaka. And the Bahya Kumbhaka has a little more additional element to it. But those are all I add because it gives a slight boost. And of course, the Bhastrika Pranayama after that is very key. Because now that we have purified our being, Bhastrika energizes. And that is when you can start feeling the sensations in the palm. So that is the logic. And of course, then we go into the 3 invocations and then we go in further. With the Gayatri, the intention of it. You see, what is, I gave you the little bit of an extension today. That extension is called the Adhyatma Gayatri, or they call it as the Brahma Gayatri. It is a Gayatri that is beyond the normal Gayatri. In the normal Gayatri, the intention is only that you're able to imbibe the cosmic wisdom, whereby you're able to fulfill the purpose for which you're born by spreading, by using the wisdom to impact the world. So that is how is the normal this thing of Gayatri. But then that is only a purification and to fulfill the purpose of your life. However, higher than that is to connect to the source of Om. So this is considered the higher element, where you add the syllables, further syllables, Paro Rajase Savatom, to go beyond and to connect into the source of Om. So that is the higher level of Gayatri. And this is normally not, shared with in public, but, I thought I will share with you.
Thank you. Thanks, Sutta.
You're welcome.
What is the meaning of that extension?
The meaning of that extension is, as I said, we go beyond everything that is created into the source of Om, which is God, Ishwar. Paro Rajasi Savato. Okay, so
Namaskar, Dr. Rajan. Just
Yes.
want to know where that extension and the exact words of the extension is. Is it Paro Rajasi Savato? Is it
that's right, Savatom.
Savatom?
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell us where it comes from?
Well, the thing is, you see, you can go and do a little bit of a research on this,
Okay.
but this is considered the higher Gayatri and is normally not shared in public anywhere. People are supposed to give it with special initiation and among only this thing. But if you do a search on the internet, somebody might have put something somewhere.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raj.
You're welcome. Okay. So with that, we close today. So each time something unexpected came. So today you got Parvara Savato.
Oh, question.
Okay, Ji. Namaste.
Thanks, Dr.
Okay.